Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Hello. Thank you for joining us for the second last sprint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're on
See, with this
five, part
time
five.
zones, bro. Time zones, bro. I never know like where I'm at with all of these sprints, but we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know in the comments because I have been asleep for the last 8 hours. Let me know in the comments, how is your reading going? Have you been reading much? Have you been reading at all? What are you reading? If you're finishing, what are you reading next? And I'm going to ask the two ladies on screen here with me first. Neva, what are we reading?
Well, I should be reading Akama. I'm probably gonna start listening to whatever this is called, Hangman, probably. Because I need to get ahead of this swap my screen time challenge that I have to do for Crystal's blog. Because that's the challenge.
I would have noted I didn't pick the challenge.
No,
I was not that mean.
it's on the and I spun the wheel while we were at the end of Crystal's sprints. And she was like, "What did you get?" And I don't even like the first day I have to read for 7 hours.
Oh my God.
That's with taking YouTube away. If I left YouTube on there, which I'm not going to, but if I left YouTube on there, it would be like 15 hours.
Bruh.
My screen time is atrocious.
I am afraid of doing that challenge, even though I have set one up for like early next year. I'm afraid of it because my screen time, the average is usually about 8 or 9 hours. Because I watch my phone, like I watch YouTube on my phone during work if I'm in the office, or I text people a lot, or I'm like checking this thing up on my phone because I don't want to check it up on my work laptop. And I'm like,
Yeah.
9 hours daily.
Yeah, that's why I removed YouTube because I use YouTube when I'm at work. I just I start it and then put it in my pocket. Yeah. But I can't lock the screen because I'm sorry, I'm not paying for premium.
Nope.
$17 a month for premium. No. So I just stick it in my pocket, but because the screen is on, it counts as screen time, even though I'm not watching it. So I was like, I'll just take YouTube off of my average, whatever. Because otherwise, I have like 16 hours a day that I don't watch YouTube. And I'm also diamond painting.
So. Ooh, what you working on?
This little dragon guy.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, everybody, I put a poll up like a week ago so that I had time to like prepare everything, like kit everything up and all of that. And it was between this one and two other paintings, and this is the one that everybody picked. So I just wanted to see how far I can get by the end of the sprint session.
Fair. Crystal, what we doing?
I'm going to be reading Head Case by Jackie because I got 0 reading done on my 4-hour section. So it's time to actually do some reading. That's what I'm going to be reading. And that's book 4 in the series. Yeah, so that's book 4 in the series that Neva is potentially about to start. That was my recommendation for her. And then
Have you already read some of it?
Yeah, I'm like 100 pages in. Yeah.
Enjoying it?
Not as much as the first 3, but I have a feeling it's going to get better. And then I'm diamond art paint shopping. I'm making a wish list of things that I want.
Fancy. I am reading All Our Hidden Gifts by Caroline O'Donoghue. This one here. It is not the kind of thing you would expect me to read because it is a fantasy-ish, fantasy adjacent, I would say. But it was on my autumn TBR. Jess had it as one of her favorite books for the Amazing Readathon. And I was like, oh, I really want to read it, but I have like earmarked it for October. So I'm retrospectively getting 50 GRC. And I will decide what to spend it on. And also, when I have finished this, I will finally be able to wrap up my autumn TBR. So I may do a longer sprint so that we can go and film that. So let's see what everyone in the comments is doing / reading. Hello, good morning. Hello, good evening. Hello. I am reading Green Rider. I'm on page 467 of 586. That is very doable in these sprints. And I'm diamond painting. Nice. What are you painting? Hello to everyone. Is this comment going to show up? Yes. Me too. My screen time is just unrealistic. Yes, completely. Mine is completely like, if I did it, I'd have to do nothing else but read for an entire day. Question from the last stream: is there a book or author that's popular on YouTube that you just don't like? Oh, let's start a spicy discussion at 10:06 in the morning.
Shannon asked us this at the end of Crystal Sprints, and we didn't have time to go into it, so we invited her to ask again over here.
Cool.
Because we would have time.
So. Okay, let's go.
I feel like you need to. I was gonna say, I feel like one of you needs to start the spice.
I'll start. Go ahead.
Krista was like, I don't want to do this, and the two of us were like, I'll do it.
I just need more time to think of who I want to choose.
I know. So I already know.
I know the book that I'm choosing, so
I don't know a book. I may not know a book. Oh, I know a book and an author.
Okay, you go.
They're connected. V.E. Schwab. Cannot get into it. Six of Crows. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Can't do it. I think it's too fantasy. It's too fantastical. I am too much of a contemporary girly.
Yeah, I can see that. I agree with you on the Six of Crows. Hype was way overrated.
I read about 30 pages and then I was like, I'm not enjoying myself. So I gave it to a friend of mine and she enjoyed herself.
I finished them, but I agree on the hype being too much.
Fair.
Neva, who's yours?
Oh, mine is a Love Hypothesis, baby. I cannot say it.
You know something.
And on top of that, I'm sorry, but me and Allie Hazelwood, we are not meant to be. Like, oh no. Because I didn't like Love Hypothesis, so I did try in the very first round of Rom-Comathon. I said, I'm going to try to read two of her novellas instead, because like maybe it's just the Love Hypothesis that I didn't like. Oh no.
It's exactly the book with a different color.
I read one novella and I was like, why does this feel like the same book, just with like different?
It is exactly the same book.
The way she describes her characters, like, no. No. And I have a friend, we read Love Hypothesis together, and she was like, I absolutely loved this book. I adored it. I ranted about it for 2 weeks while I read it. And Mr. Reading when Neva was like, can you just DNF? And I was like, no, it's a buddy read. And back then I didn't DNF buddy reads. And he's like, so you're just going to rant about this book? And I was like, yes, it's not good. Like, it's what is happening.
So I am literally going to an Allie Hazelwood picnic on the 1st of November.
I hope you have so much fun. I don't hate people for liking Allie Hazelwood.
I have never read an Allie Hazelwood. But
you read one, you've read them all.
Right.
Yeah. But there is a girl at work who is like the biggest Allie Hazelwood fan. And she's like, oh, there's this Allie Hazelwood picnic. I don't want to go by myself. I'd really love to go. Can you come with me? And there's like a chance to win like special edition arcs of some of her books and like a exclusive reading of her new book, The Wolf or whatever it's called. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll come along, watch it. I'll win the books and not even be interested. The people that are really interested won't win them, and I'll feel really bad.
No, I know you though. You'll win the books and then you'll give them to your friend.
Yeah.
So like
it'll tell you who you are.
I would go to an Allie Hazelwood event with my friend, and that's it. Like I'd be like, sure, I'll go with you so that you don't have to go alone. But like, I'm not. No. I tried. Okay, a lot of people unsubscribed from me at the beginning of my YouTube career because I said I did not like the Love Hypothesis, and it was all the rage then. And I was like, nope. We're like, we can't handle you. And I was like, that's okay.
I saw this thing this morning while I was scrolling in bed, getting ready to get up, and it was like, the book that you just DNF'd, someone gave it 5 stars. Everyone reads differently, and I was like, that is so 100% true.
Also, the book I gave 5 stars, somebody probably DNF'd, so it's
exactly. Everyone reads the same book differently, but oh my god, what was I going to say? I gave Allie Hazelwood a fighting chance. Like, I read The Love Hypothesis and Love on the Brain and Love Theoretically, is that what it's called? Yeah. And 2 of the novellas. And you know what? Same book, different covers. Can't do it no more. And Brie read Bride with Michelle, and Michelle loved it, and Brie hated it. And I was like, you know what? I think it's.
Well,
I think it's time.
I think Brittany read Bride also.
Brittany, you're here. Have you read Bride? Did you like it?
Pretty sure she read Bride too, and I don't know if she liked it or not, but I don't even want to. If somebody was like, "Can you read this arc of Allie Hazelwood?" I would be like, "No," because I'm not going to give it a good rating. I'm not.
We have confirmation that Brittany did read Bride. We don't have a confirmation of the opinion, but she did read it. Yeah, maybe that's a spoiler for her coming. Maybe it's a spoiler for her upcoming wrap up.
I didn't love it.
Yeah, people in the comments as well. We'd love to hear what your popular books you don't love are. Crystal, what's your popular book or author that you don't love? Oh, you're about to spill some chaos. That's why we had to go first.
No, I'm just trying to figure out like who I want to pick. Come back to me.
I'm going to turn my lights on without activating my little friend so that nobody else's little friend gets activated too.
Okay, here's another one. Colleen Hoover's Maybe Someday series.
Cannot do it. Cannot do her. Can't.
Here's the thing. I have enjoyed some Colleen Hoover, as people know. Okay, I am that girl on BookTube that's like, I'll read Colleen Hoover so you don't have to, right?
I won't. I ain't doing this myself.
Someday, I gave it 4 stars. I read the little novella that's called like Maybe Not or something. I gave that one like 4 stars because like it was a novella, but like it was cute. You know what I mean? But we were following different characters within that series. Then I got to maybe whatever the hell the last book is called. I don't know. Maybe Now, I think. Okay. And I DNF'd it 20% in because I was like, this is trash.
I don't hate myself enough to read a Colleen Hoover book. I value myself too much to do that to me.
That's fair.
My favorite person in the world. I couldn't do it to her.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So Neva, I just found an Australian diamond art printing store that allows you to turn your photo into a custom diamond art painting.
Shut the front door.
So I'm actually doing this. I can say it on Aoife's channel because nobody in my family knows who Aoife is.
Oh my god, rude! But, excuse me?
No, but
you don't talk about me all the time?
Probably nobody will find this stream accidentally. I'm actually having a custom ordered for someone close to me whose dad died last week. So like I got the phone call last week.
You got their dad?
Huh?
Did you get their dad?
Yeah, so I'm getting a custom photo or like a custom diamond painting of their dad's face.
That's
and I'm
so
gonna
nice.
make it and then frame it, and then the next time that I go to Iowa, which will be like in a few months, because I'm going to get a tattoo with my stepdad, I'm gonna bring it to them and just.
Oh, that's so nice.
I was gonna totally take that to the readathon discussion that we had previously and be like, we could get a custom one that people order, and then that's the one they had to do during the readathon, and you just took it to a whole
a diamond painting readathon.
We were talking about it in the last readathon.
We were talking about it the last sprint because somebody asked if we would do it, and Crystal was like, "If we did this, Nicole or Neva would probably host it." And Nicole was like, "We'll talk." So now we're talking. It won't happen until 2024, but I think it would be fun.
No.
Yeah,
but it would be kind of like a diamond and audio thing. So like you got to diamond paint and listen to audiobooks. And they got to kind of like correlate with each other. We're not sure how it's going to work yet,
but somehow we will incorporate a readathon with diamond painting, which I feel like
cover color or something like that.
Yeah,
like it might be a matter of you roll a dice or whatever, and that's the prompt you have to complete. And then once you complete the prompt, you then have to complete the correlating prompt section of your diamond painting or something. I don't know.
Or do like a word that is in the title, you also have to diamond paint something that has like that word in it. So like if the word is bride, just because we were talking about bride, you read an audiobook about like a wedding, or you read Bride by Ali Hazelwood or whatever, and you diamond paint like a wedding scene or shit like that. I ain't no. I'm just a girl.
We could also do so I don't know if anybody else has seen like Nicole's her big one that she's working on right now, her Serafina one, where it's like it's sectioned off, right? And she has like 1 through 30, I think, or 1 through 31 written on there. So she's working on like one
section a day. Yeah.
We could do that, but with prompts. So like
you're not allowed to complete your next section until you finish your book.
You have so many prompts, you would have to write whatever painting you're doing. Because I mean, we could give like a minimum size, but I don't feel like we should give somebody a maximum size because not everybody is going to diamond paint at the same pace. But you section out your diamond painting in such a way that it would fit prompts. So say you can pick from like 15 prompts. Let's just say. So you could do a bigger painting and you can divide it into 15 pieces. Those, and then whichever number you spin for, the number it lands is the prompt that you have to read for while you work on that section. Because then you could really, I mean, we could say something like your diamond painting needs to be book related or something, but then we wouldn't have to necessarily like niche it down, because book related to me might be different than to Aoife.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
My popular person would be the one that wrote Invisible Girl. What's her name?
Could not tell you. Pay me any amount of money. I cannot tell you that name.
Lisa Jewell.
Am I thinking of the wrong book?
Lisa Jewell.
Oh my god. No, Crystal, I just finished a book yesterday by Lisa Jewell, and I think I might be in love with her. I just finished None of This Is True, and I screamed at Brittany for about a half an hour afterwards.
See, let's just agree to disagree.
I love when people start a conversation with like, okay, listen, okay.
I'm willing to give you Lisa Jewell, but I will not give you Karen Slaughter.
No, I have never read a Karen Slaughter, and I also know that Leanne from Literary Diversions does not like a Karen Slaughter. It's vehemently to a Karen Slaughter.
I'm in an ironic arc thing with Karen Slaughter's publisher. The only physical arcs that I receive from them that are not middle grade books are Karen Slaughter books. And I hate Karen Slaughter, and they still continue to keep sending me Karen Slaughter books, like unsolicited. It's like this running joke. I swear the person in the office is like, she did a rant review on Karen Slaughter one day.
Let's get another one. Because they know that negativity sells, girl.
Like, do they know that you don't like her? Like, you don't enjoy her books?
I literally put up a review for one of their books, a rant review on Karen Slaughter arc, because I didn't like it so much. And then I kid you not, every single Karen Slaughter book that has been released since 2019 has been sent to my doorstep. I even changed my changed my address, and they tracked me down. No, they didn't, but they
they just stood outside your doorstep. Ding dong, would you like to hear about our Lord and Savior Karen Slaughter?
Yes.
Except imagine it with an Australian accent. I ain't gonna do that.
Hold on, I gotta go shut this dog up before he wakes my baby up. I'll be right back.
You do that. Do Crystal or Aoife follow the Stella Prize? I not only don't follow it, I don't know what that is. But I can ask Crystal when she comes back. But for me, it's a no. I am collecting GRC for next year. I'm jumping between Scapegoat by Daphne du Maurier and The Five by Hallie Rubenhold. Ooh, I've heard good things about The Five. I think it's a non-fiction. It might be a fiction. I'm not sure, but I've heard really good things about it. Yeah, Neva and I were immediately just like, yeah, we'll take this.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I have opinions. Okay, it's just I feel like sometimes I have to be careful about my opinions, but also I'm just to the point where I'm like, if you unfollow me because you don't like my opinion about a book,
that is a you problem.
I was not meant to be your friend to begin with.
No.
You know what I mean?
But like I have like a stack of little sheets like this big.
Yeah.
Or where I do all my YouTube notes. And I have one that is double-sided of authors I do not want to read or books I do not want to read. And I have a feeling that if I publish that one day, I'll tank. Because so many of them are popular authors. So many of them are like booktube, book talk, everything darlings.
Unfortunately, the books that I do not enjoy, like the books or the authors that I do not enjoy, are very popular authors, or authors where I only like a few of their books. Colleen Hoover being one, like where I like.
I don't even like any of them.
But some of it was so bad for me that I'm like, I don't even want to talk about this book because you're just gonna come in my comments and trash me to the moon, like you're gonna try to cancel me or something. So yeah, but it's like the indie authors or like books I found on Kindle Unlimited. Like, yes, I've read some terrible books on Kindle Unlimited, but I don't tend to rant about them the way that I do with the popular books. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, okay, I read it on Kindle Unlimited. Like, not every book on KU is going to be a hit. You know what I mean? I go into, especially romance, like I go into KU romance knowing that it couldn't be bad.
Yeah, fair.
Crystal, but if you're a popular artist or a popular author and like everybody is talking about your book, Fourth Wing, I'm looking at you. No.
Fair.
I am going to finish Fourth Wing. I only read half of it.
What did I miss?
Did you follow the Stella Prize? Do you follow the Stella Prize? No? Fair. Neither of us follow the Stella Prize. The artwork I'm working on is called Serafina by Mika Jalin. I think that's how you spell it, and I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, I think so. It's from Diamond Club.
Nice. Brittany did read Bride. It reads like a paranormal romance I randomly found on KU. I gave it 3 stars, but only because I loved Anna, who I'm assuming is the main character.
I'm not gonna even lie. Okay, I gotta stop reading because that's not how I read that.
That's
that exclamation point looked like an L to me. And I was like, wait.
Everybody reads the same book differently. Oh, Anna is not one of the main characters. Please take that into account. Okay, fair. It's not a good look if you don't enjoy the main characters, in my very small, humble opinion.
Right.
Do not enjoy the night circus. Yep, fair. I don't understand the appeal. I think you just put an arrow through Crystal's heart.
No, I'm happy. I don't
like Crystal's on board. Crystal's on board.
I don't like Erin Morgenstern, full stop.
Fair.
Night circus, freaking that other weird one with the bee situation at the end.
Oh, what was that
situation with bees?
What was the one that I tried to read by Erin Morgenstern? It wasn't the Night Circus. It was the one that's like the book about the books.
It's about the library, and then there's a bee thing at the
I don't remember what the hell that was called, but it was horrible. I didn't know what was happening. I read 50% of it for a book club, and I was like, I literally felt like I was in a fever dream. I had no idea what was
That's literally the only way to describe this book.
And the thing is, like I went to the book discussion. That was the thing. It was in 2020, like during the height of the pandemic. So I was doing a book club. Like I was part of a book club through Patreon. That's how it. So for like $20 a month, you got like the book club, and there was like a bunch of perks with that or whatever. So I paid for the $20 a month. Cool, whatever. I mean, we read some good books in there, but we read this book, bro, and I was like, I don't know what's happening. So I just stopped reading it. I tried doing the audio. I tried doing it with my eyes. I was like, I don't know what's going on. We went to the discussion, and everybody was having these like, they were like, this book was so deep. I gave it 5 stars, and I was like, did we read the same thing? Because I don't know.
I often think that. I've often thought that.
Fell into a book at the beginning. The book, or she did, whoever, the main character in the book told them the story of their life. That's about all that I know about this book. Otherwise, I have no idea what happened after that.
Another one to add to that list, The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle.
Oh my god, that book fucking sucks. I DNF'd it almost immediately. I was like, I'm not doing this to myself. I love myself too much.
I pushed through because it was a book club book, and I want my time back.
It was our book club book.
Or I didn't read for that though.
Give us a come back, please. I don't understand the appeal of Colleen Hoover. I tried, but life is too short. Hard hardest of sames. Um, I don't get the Cruel Prince hype. Didn't like the series at all. I don't get the Holly Black hype.
Here's the thing. I only
Trying
read
not to wake a baby, but also, oh my god, yeah.
I only read one book by Holly Black, and that was the I don't know, whatever I have it upstairs because I keep trying to sell it on Pango. Nobody wants it. The
Take that as a sign.
Book of Night. That's the one.
Hmm.
And that shit was supposed to be adult, and it read like YA. And why are these two 30-year-old sisters? Well, I think one's like 25, but they're grown adult sisters, and they fight like they're 12. And I was like, Mr. Reading when Neva picked it as in one of his vlogs like forever ago, and I went to him and I was like, please let me DNF this book. It's trash. Fair. And he was like, okay, you can DNF it.
Fair.
If you must.
The Twilight Saga, first it was boring and then it moved on to toxic. Fair. I think it was very formative for people who grew up around that time, but yeah.
Oh, I loved Twilight as a teenager, and then when I reread it as an adult, I was like, wow, this is trash.
I think it's because when you're young, your frontal lobe has not formed, so you're just like, oh my god, this is amazing, and then you go back to it and you're like, what the fuck?
I think all I focused on was the fact that like the love story part, which the love story was even toxic. Like no one questioned that she was marrying that she was in love with a 109-year-old vampire. Okay.
I saw somebody on TikTok do like a breakdown of how long it took. It all took place over about 1.5 years.
Yeah. Yeah. This is not like yeah, because she's a junior. They're supposed to be juniors in high school when it starts. She graduates in the last book, and then they immediately get married after graduation.
1.5 years. R.F. Kuang. I read Yellowface. I loved Yellowface. I haven't read any other R.F. Kuang books. I have Babel.
Yeah, I read Babel.
Babel on my Kindle, which is somewhere. And I'm scared because it's very big. It's very dark academia. It's very anti-Aoife's regular Roadhouse. But I am not going to read The Poppy War because that is very high, like very high fantasy.
I've done The Poppy War, but not Babel because I don't like dark academia.
So
I have Yellowface, but I haven't read it.
So I have Yellowface. I started it at the beginning of the month, and I couldn't get into it, but I think it's because I was very slumpy. I've been very slumpy. Since August, I'm gonna be honest. So I've been very slumpy. I'm gonna still try it because I do have it on Audible.
Mm-hmm.
Then I read Babel. I gave it 5 stars. I read it with Brittany. Actually, we buddy read it, which I did the immersion read because I have the Book of the Month Club version of the book, and then I just found like the audio on Scribd. And I plan on reading The Poppy War. But I also am a person who likes dark academia and I like high fantasy. So I feel like that's why R.F. Kuang will fit for me.
Fair. Good morning. Also, I was 13 when I DNF'd the saga at the 3rd book. Never heard the saga, but fair. Protect your peace, DNF. Hello, I am reading Worthy by Jada Pinkett Smith. It's 4:15 in the morning here, and I'm still hanging. Jada Pinkett Smith is coming up about 20,000 times a day on their internet, and every single time I'm learning new things I didn't need to learn.
I'm not gonna lie, I just don't have time for it anymore. I just don't care.
That's fair.
I've never been a huge Jada Pinkett Smith fan to begin with. I won't go into it right now because it's controversial.
There's not enough time.
And I have liked Will Smith, like especially like as an actor and like a singer and stuff. I read his memoir when it came out. I actually have it on Audible. I re-listen to it sometimes just because, but like at this point, I just feel like he's taken the fact that he knows that he's a weak person because he says it in his memoir that he's a weak person, and he's just let people walk all over him, and she's taken advantage of him. That's just how I feel. So I just know here because why are you?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
It kept like delaying. I don't know what happened then. Sorry. I was just going to ask if you guys going to read Millie Bobby Brown's 19 Steps.
Absolutely not.
I don't think so.
I ain't got time.
Don't bother.
I saw a little snippet of it on their internet, and oh my god, it's bad.
I'm just
And
to the
the
point.
book continues in such a frame.
The only reason I read it is because we were reading it to discuss it on the podcast at work, but also because I wanted to support the ghostwriter who didn't get the credit that they deserved.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I don't think it's the ghostwriter's fault, which is really unfortunate.
Oh no.
Because now she's been like named as the ghostwriter,
Mhm.
and then it's not great, and then it looks almost like it's her fault, but I don't think it's her fault. I don't
Do you
think
think
so.
it's the woman on the cover's fault?
I think it's she only had so much to work with, and she did the best she could with what she had to deal with.
Fair.
I think for me, I have to be very I have to be very intentional about the celebrity memoirs that I choose to read. Like Will Smith's was fine, but if I feel like
not a memoir, it's a story about her grandparents, and it's a fiction novel that's based on her grandparents' love story.
Yeah.
Oh no, I know that. I was just talking like in general terms.
Mhm.
But also, I don't think I care to read it. I've seen it on like Instagram. I just don't care. But at this point, like I just feel like we are just seeing how toxic celebrities are at this point. And I'm like, I just don't care anymore. So unless Taylor Swift writes a memoir, I just don't care. Or a book. I just don't to read it.
That's fair. Yes, now you have it, Neva. That's what I was thinking. I am unsure what we were thinking, but
I think she's talking about my book idea, my diamond painting book.
Very highly likely.
Readathon thing idea.
Very highly likely.
I have a diamond painting question that hopefully you can answer really quickly. What does it mean by AB drills?
Okay, so AB drills are special. I'm gonna show you this on camera. I don't know if I'm going to be able to.
Are they the ones that are like shimmery?
Yeah, so they have like this coating on the top. Like, can you see it? I don't think you can see it. I can take a picture. I'll take a picture.
Yeah.
But AB drills have a special coating on the top that it like kind of simulates the northern lights. So it makes everything more actually, hold on. Okay. In this painting, all of the gray is AB.
Mm-hmm.
You see how it's like more shiny than the rest?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's an AB drill. And then they also have like glow in the dark drills, which my dragon one has, which those are self-explanatory. And then they have a fairy dust drill, which I think one of my paintings has a fairy dust drill, but I don't remember which one it is. The fairy dust drill has like a thin layer of glitter on the top.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just enhancement drills. They'll just make certain parts of your painting stand out a little bit more.
Cool. So they're not worth the extra like $30 that they're trying to charge me for them. Cool.
Yeah. So like if you get them from Diamond Art Club already charts their paintings for special drills. So it'll say like 44 colors. So like for instance, like the one I'm working on right now, it's 44 colors in total, but it'll say 44 colors plus 2 ABs. So there's 44 colors in total, but 2 of those 44 colors will have the AB coating on them. But they're already charted. But certain places like Jaded Gem Shop is one that I can think of off the top of my head. She has like a $5 charge if you want your kit to be charted for ABs. Some people would say yes, some people would say no, whatever. But unless you are a person that like doesn't enhance your paintings on your own, I don't think it's necessarily worth it to pay extra to have them enhance it. You could just get it the way it comes and it'll still look good.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. I'm so glad that you love Lisa Jewell, although not all Lisa Jewels are created equal. That's fair. Michelle did say to me that this is her best one, so I'm definitely going to be on a downward slope from here. Go, Crystal, go. I just started Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Gillian McAllister. Booktube loved. I don't like it so far. I have not read this, but I know that Brittany had this for her BK book club a month ago, 2 months ago.
Something like that. I didn't read it. I got it from the library and then never read it. So.
I've done that all the time. I've brought library books back and been like, I am so sorry.
I'm out here just like
I ain't
trying
nothing with it.
I'm like out here trying to support B&K Book Club, and I fail every month to read the books.
Yeah,
I
same.
show up to the sprints, and I'm like, "Hi, not reading."
Hi, I didn't read it. I'm just like to be here. The 5 is nonfiction about Jack the Ripper's victims. I did think that was what it was. It's nonfiction about the victims. I listened to the podcast last year. It was excellent. I didn't know that there was a podcast. That's interesting. I'm sorry, but he was watching her sleep, which is creepy. It is incredibly creepy. And I feel like a lot of Twilight discourse overlooks that.
Yeah. Why are we overlooking the fact that the man is literally he breaks into her house?
Yeah.
It's not even like he watches her from the window. She's on the second story. He jumps into a tree,
into her room.
You jump into her room and then sits
sit in the corner in a chair.
No.
Mr. Sir.
No, sir.
Unnecessary. I am keeping Babel for the big book club. Big book club next month. Is that the one run by Roisin, or is that something different? Because I know that Roisin from Roisin's Reading has a big books book club, but I don't know if that's the one that it's part of. But it would be a good one for that because I think Babel is like this big.
It is. It's big.
Yeah, Babel, nope. Dark Academia is just a no for me. And Poppy Wars, maybe I will give Yellowface a go. I heard it's not fantasy, right? That is correct. Yellowface is very contemporary.
I kind of feel
social commentary.
I feel like, at least from the books that I have seen R.F. Kuang publishing thus far, they're trying to have something for everybody to read.
Yeah, because I feel like that too.
A lot of people like all of the books that she's talked about or that she's published or had published. But there are definitely like fantasy people really enjoy Poppy World. Dark Academia people really enjoy Babel because like Cassidy did not enjoy Babel, even though there is a fantasy element to that because it was too Dark Academia for her. But I think she's read Poppy War and liked it.
She probably loved it.
And a lot of people love Yellowface that are coming over from contemporary. So I just feel like she's one of those authors that like even if you don't like one of her books, you can find something that you like.
Yes, I agree. I'm not a fan of Jada or her weird family. I refuse to read his memoir. I got sucked into her memoir and I'm learning a lot about her. I still don't like her, but it is very well written. Okay.
I mean, his
well
book
give it
very well written also. I grew up knowing who Will Smith was independently of Jada Pinkett Smith. If I'm going to be
honest. For me, Will Smith was the Fresh Prince, and that was it.
Jada Pinkett Smith, I only really got onto my radar after she did Madagascar.
Oh wow, that's a long time ago.
Like when she did Madagascar, that's when she hit my radar. I didn't know who she was. I didn't care who she was. Like I grew up listening to Will Smith's music, watching the Fresh Prince. You know what I mean? So like his Pursuit of Happiness is like one of my favorite movies. So like that progression for me, I think, is why I will give more of my time to Will Smith. I just don't care about Jada.
Yeah, that's fair. Hello. I have started decluttering my wardrobe, but I am quickly losing stamina. That happens. The amount of times that I pull stuff out of drawers and then I'm like, oh, I have to put these back in. Good luck with your decluttering. It can feel so good when it's achieved. Yes, that's the thing about it. When you're done, it's amazing. When you're in the middle of it, it's the war. You in the trenches. Yes, that is Roisin's Big Book Club. Interesting. I might have a look at it because it might actually spur me on to read it. Edward watching Bella. Every teen was like, that's so romantic. Adults were like, no. Confirmed. Correct.
Let me find out somebody is sitting out in your room watching you sleep.
But I'm the kind of person who, like, if I put clothes on my chair and then I wake up at 3 a.m. and I see it, I'm like, man in room.
So Mr. Reading with Neva on the nights that he's not in the room with me, he will come in like to say goodbye before he goes to work. He'll just stand in the doorway until I wake up. And then I'm like, why are you creeping? Could you just say like, babe, I'm leaving for work. Like, say something. He's like, I didn't want to disturb you. And I was like, well, it's more disturbing for me to
wake up and just see you there.
Lurking in the doorway.
No. Anyway, we've been here for almost 40 minutes. Shall we do the reading or the diamond painting more intensely? Let's give ourselves a 45 minutes. Why has this? There it is. Let's give ourselves 45 minutes and we shall come back then and we shall discuss what we have been reading and doing, etc. See you then. Happy reading.
For a second, I was like, what the
a lot
fuck
of
is that
noise at the
sound?
end.
I was like, what the fuck is that sound?
One was not expecting such noise. Anyway, how did everybody do before we all got terrified to death by the timer?
I started Hankman.
Crystal, how'd you do?
0 reading, so crap.
Sorry?
I said 0 reading, so crap.
That's fair.
But
that happens.
I got an entire cart full of diamond art paintings, and the baby's asleep. So I mean, it was kind of a win.
Yay!
How'd you go?
Neva, how did I go? I read 30-ish pages.
I don't know what chapter I'm on. I think I've listened to 1.5 chapters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I started Hangman. I'm on chapter 2.
Nice. I also downloaded the book for my physical book club, which is Small Things Like This or Small Things Like These by Claire Keegan, and set up my reading journal to talk about it for myself.
Nice.
I'm excited.
I have $177 in my cart for diamond art.
That's a lot of dollars.
Should I hit checkout?
Listen, don't ask me, because
don't ask me because I will always say yes. I'm so bad at this.
The last order for diamond art that I put in was $250. We're not going to talk about it,
bro.
It's 4 arts. It's 4 artworks.
Just hit
a 7 multi-placer pen, and it comes with a free A4 light pad.
Ma'am, just do it. Because here's the thing. We're not even going to talk about how much money I have spent on this craft. Outside of the diamond art, this pen cost me $100.
Huh?
It's a custom pen, bro.
Oh.
Okay.
I have also discovered a very expensive craft, and
trays.
I'm now.
I bought all the things for diamond painting. Yeah.
I said to one of my friends, I have started knitting again, and she was like, "Oh, be prepared because buying wool and knitting, 2 totally different hobbies."
It's like reading books and collecting.
I said that isn't exactly my response to her. I was like, "I know, I read," and she's like, "Ah, yeah, fair. You have understood the concept."
Diamond art is the same. Diamond art is the same way.
Buying diamonds and painting diamonds is a different concept.
Listen, no one in my house actually knows how many diamond paintings I have because they're all just stashed in my book closet. And no one goes in there but me.
I can't do that with the books, bro. They are displayed for all to see.
No, so I made Ari's, because Ari and I are sharing a room, so I made her closet into my book closet, so my bookshelves are in there. And all my diamond painting stuff, like the stuff that they see down here is what they think I have.
Oh, bless them. I was in town on, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, and I was just like, "Oh, I might go buy some wool." And my partner was like, "What are you going to make with it?" I don't know. I just want to buy it.
Exactly.
I just want to have it.
Do you need a light pad is my question from someone who's been doing it for a while.
So here's what I'm going to say about the light pad. I have 2. I have an A4 and an A3 because the A3 is slightly larger than the A4. I personally don't use a light pad. Mariah swears by her light pad. So it's the light pad thing. I tell people, especially if you're getting it for free as part of your shipment, I would just get it, try it out. If you don't like it, you stash it away. I have 2 upstairs. I don't use them. Ari sometimes uses them when she does her little stickers or whatever. Sometimes I will use them like as a hard surface, but it makes it harder for me to see the symbols with the light coming through the canvas. So I have one of my smaller ring lights down here, which is what's here making this light. Because then the light, and I have it tilted so that the light is over the top of the canvas. Some people swear by a light pad. I think it makes it harder for me to see.
Fair.
So I would never. I always tell people to get a light pad to try it, because the worst thing is that you don't like it and you stash it in your craft room or your book room or wherever you keep your diamond painting stuff.
Cool. Shall we see what everyone in the comments has been doing / reading? When my computer decides to work with me. My internet's been super slow this morning, so if I...
And she's gone. I knew there was a delay recently, so I thought it was
I thought
me.
it was me. I thought my AirPods had connected to my computer.
No, I thought there was this huge delay, and I thought it was me, but it was clearly her.
Okay, well, I can read comments at least. I'm not going to be able to click them, y'all, but I can read them. So, let's see. Nicole made a chai frappe and got to 523 of 586 of Green Rider. Finished another section of her diamond painting. Wonderful. Erin got to chapter 5 and made a coffee. Carly, welcome. She joined in that sprint and read 16 pages and joined when there were 20 minutes left. Welcome. We love to have you. Shannon also joined in the last.
I did say my internet's been super slow, and then my internet was like, hey, do you want to prove it? Why don't you show the people how slow
you were like, my internet's been super slow, and then you were gone. And I was like, so I started reading comments just out loud.
Just to have something to do.
So I got to Shannon R.
Neighbor update is the one that we need to go to next. So let's get a neighbor update.
I apologize if you guys can hear those fireworks going off.
What are we celebrating? Are we celebrating?
No, there is a rodeo and like show on at Morisset, which is like the next town over, and they're doing a fireworks show tonight after the rodeo show, and it's just started going off. So I'm sorry if you can hear it.
I can't hear anything.
Cool.
Other people's opinions may differ, but I cannot hear a single thing.
Cool.
I started A Kind of Spark by Elle McNichol. It is adorable so far. It's about a young girl who is Scottish and autistic. I wish the teen me had this book. There's been so many books that I've read recently and been like, I wish I had read this when I was 15 or 16.
Yeah, me too.
I wish I had had this opportunity when I was a child.
Yep.
Where are we at? I can put stuff in my cart and leave it for at least a week to buy to see if it is still on my mind. You cannot put a price on happiness and fun, though, and that is correct.
I was going to say, I'm not that person. I put it in my cart, and then as soon as I have money, I check it. So it could be the same day. It could be a week from now.
It could be now. It could be tomorrow. I have over 100 charts for diamond paintings, and I have around 160 cross-stitch charts. We won't talk about all the fabric I have. Yeah. One of my friends has an entire wardrobe just full of knitting. No, crochet. So she has an entire wardrobe just full of wool. It's like Monica's secret closet in Friends. Exactly. I do use a light pad.
So it's really, I would try it, Crystal, and decide. It's really going to vary by person. Like I said, especially if you're getting it as part of your shipment anyway, I would just take it, try it out. If you don't like it, you don't like it.
Yeah. If you don't like it, you don't have to use it again. I got coffee and breakfast. Ooh, what did you have? Also, I made it to page 162. Nice. That's going. I am the same with diamond painting. I'd rather have an overhead light than a light pad.
Yeah. So I just find that it makes people say that it makes the symbols easier to read, which like I can see, but for me it makes it harder. I don't know if it's because I wear glasses or what, but like it makes it harder for me to decipher what the symbols are with the light shining through the canvas.
Also, do you have an astigmatism?
It's possible. They've never told me that I do.
Yeah, because us astigmatism girlies, everything is like blurry in the light. That's why I hate driving at night in winter, because everything is blurry.
Yeah.
Like blurrier. Traffic lights, car lights, everything. Yeah. Computer did say no. I was just doing like a magic trick, but I came back because that's how all magic tricks go.
Right.
I can't hear them, but I'm sorry about that. Fireworks when you aren't there are not fun.
See, I have a fear of fireworks, so I am glad that I'm not there. When I was a little kid, I went to what we called the whale festival because I grew up in a whaling town. So we had a whale festival every year where there'd be like rides and stuff. And there was like a fireworks show, and we were all like standing kind of on the dock, and then the fireworks were like on the boat, and they let all the fireworks off, and then like a ember came down and landed in my hair and set my hair on fire. So I'm like, no, I need to be like super far away from fireworks.
I maintain a respectable distance, and that respectable distance is 2 towns over. Oh my god!
Hence why I'm going to the rodeo tomorrow and not tonight when the fireworks are on.
That's terrifying. That is traumatizing. Not just terrifying. That is trauma. Yeah, we have got more on the astigmatism team. Yes, I cannot drive in the dark without special tinted glasses that help with the light. Oh, I need to look into that. My astigmatism makes it impossible to see with the lights. Yes, mine, it just goes really, really, really blurry. And I've asked, like, this is how I figured out I had astigmatism. Because I asked my dad, hey, when you're driving at night, do the lights look really blurry and fuzzy? And he was like, no, they just look like lights. And I was like, oh, I might have something here.
I think probably I may have one. My mom had one, and Ari has one.
It's possible.
Ari's pediatrician told me that she has an astigmatism.
Also, I have a freckle on the back of my eye, and only 10% of people in the world have that. Because I don't remember what I was getting my eyes checked for. It might have been like to apply for my driving test, and they do an eye check before you do that. And the optician was like, "Do you know you have a freckle on the back of your eye?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, "Yeah, you see this little tiny dot here? That's a freckle on your eyeball." And I was like, "Cool." I'd never seen it before, so I did not know. We are at the end of the comments. Shall we go back? And hopefully I'll be returning when we go back. Shall we go back and do another 45 minutes? I need to re-add the thing. Are we in? Is it in?
It's loading.
It's here.
There we go.
Who knew eyeball freckles were a thing? I certainly did not until I was told I had one. It was a fun thing to learn about myself. But now I tell everybody. So let's go for another 45 and get done what we need to get done. And we will see you then. Happy reading, everybody. Hello. Welcome back, everybody. Neva, how'd you do?
I did not read, but I rotated the laundry because Ari came down here. Apparently, she had an accident in the bed, so I had to do that. And then decided to organize this corner that I've taken over in the living room for my crafting.
Fair.
But now I'm looking at everything on the floor, and I don't want to pick it all up. So
yeah, no, that's the worst part about organizing shit, because you organize it and it's fine, and then you're like, oh, I have to actually put all this back together now. Like, this all has to go in its little space.
yeah. So
that's nothing. I made and ate lunch and read 60 pages. No, 30 pages. I'm on page 269. And it's fun. It's very fantasy. Well, it's like, it's low level fantasy, very like of our world fantasy.
yeah.
It's fine. I don't love the main character. Not my favorite person to read. But we'll make it through. In the comments, let us know how your reading is going. If you have finished your book, if you're moving on to a new book, what you're up to, let us know. Wardrobe update. I'm done with the first part, outside clothes. I am now fiddled with the rest, like my gym clothes, etc. But I first will have avocado toast for lunch. That sounds really good. Also, well done on organizing the first bit. Yay! We've got a book finished.
Yay.
That's good. Oh, my comments are really jumpy. And we know what happened the last time that happened. In that one, I read 35 pages. That's really good. Nicole, I'm going to have to read out your comment because it's not letting me hit it. But I have finished 2 books so far, and now I'm not sure what I'm going to read. So what are the options? If you give us options, we'll try and help you pick out. Because I feel like that's the worst part about when you finish a book, especially if it's one that you're like book hangover-ish.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, now I have to go on to read something else? Are you fucking kidding me? I have to pick from all of these? I have no idea. Because the only reason that I'm keeping going after my last audiobook, which was None of This Is True, is because the next audiobook is my book club book.
That's fair.
I have to read it. But we can very gladly help you pick it out. And I think we'll go into our next sprint again pretty soon. And then maybe do another like a 30-minute one to close it off. How you feel about that?
That'll probably be good time-wise. And then everybody has time to transition over to...
And then we have time to go over to Brie.
Yep.
Excelente. Shall we already start now and try and get ahead of the timing curve?
Sure.
Because we have come to the... Oh, we have a new comment. Hold on. I took advantage of the lull in the rain and I walked the dog. Excellent. Great idea. Okay, now I can't exit out of the comment because... Wait, I got it. Okay, let's go back to another 45. And we shall see each other after that. Happy reading. Welcome back, everyone. How did you do in that sprint? Did you get another book finished? Are you closer to getting another book finished? I know that Nicole has picked out her next book and is somewhere close to starting it or has already started it. Do let us know in the comments how you've gotten on. Neva, how'd you get on?
So I did not read again because what is reading? You know, I did.
I've never heard of it.
I did get my little craft corner like put back together. Thank God I have some like organization things coming because it's making me itch. I got part of my hair taken out so I can wash it later, and then I was listening to a YouTube podcast.
What about?
So this podcaster or this person, she's like a comedy podcaster, but she does all of her commentary around Christian influencers on YouTube. But she is also a Christian person. She believes in God. Okay. So, but she's talking about Milena Ciciotti, who like 10 years ago I used to follow her, and then she went like really she went like way to the left with like her
interesting.
Like with her, by left I mean like off the rails.
Like with like
her, yeah, like with her
Christian, one extreme right to the other.
Right. Okay. So she's always been like a Christian influencer, which is like great and fine. Like I love Jesus too. But I'm much more progressive than a lot of Christian people that I know, like personally. So when she started, maybe like 5 years ago, she just turned really into like that female Christian influencer that's like, you don't wear makeup, you submit to your husband all the time. Oof. Like that kind of thing, which like, listen, in BDSM content,
that's a no from me, bro.
Like, but like, so
personally,
so the podcaster's name is B, and she is, or that's what she goes by on the internet, and she is commentating, like we're listening to this video that Milena uploaded like a week or so ago about submission and like how to properly submit, and I'm like,
I don't think that she means that in a BDSM way. I think she means that
she means it like in a Christian way.
She means it in a Jesus way.
Like, be the heel of your husband's foot type. Ugh. And I say it that way because literally I've had people in my family that have said it that way. Like, oh yes, you know, as a Christian woman, you should be the heel of your husband's foot. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to be stepped on.
Absolutely no way.
Right. So I was just listening to her commentary on this girl's video.
Interesting.
So
interesting. I read, surprisingly, I'm on page 312. I think I started somewhere in the 360s to 380s, somewhere along that line. Of 374, and I'm on page 312. So I will either finish it in the next sprint, which will be a little bit shorter. It's going to be like maybe a half hour, or I'll finish it in the first of breeze. And then after that, where are we going to go? We ain't know. I have got a book from the library, The Deep by Alma something or other. Alma, I can't read the book. Or I've got Unraveling Oliver by Liz Nugent, and both feel very atmospherically of this time. Because they're both, I think one is like a paranormal romance with slight horror vibes, and one is definitely a thriller.
Gotcha.
And also The Deep is a Titanic book, and I'm a Titanic girly, so I might go there. I don't know. I will figure it out when I finish up all our hidden gifts.
We'll
Had
cross
everyone...
when we get to it.
Sorry?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
That is a problem for 3 hours in the future, Aoife. It's not a problem for right now, Aoife. Nicole's works were Mother, Daughter, Murder, Night by Nina Simon, or Silver Tears by Camilla Lackberg. I decided to go with Silver Tears because it's going to finish off a series. That is very adult thinking.
We love to finish off a series. Listen, I need to finish off a series. I've only managed to read, okay, aside from, I am working on a vlog currently, Brianna and Brittany, but I'm counting those books like toward my total, but like books that I've just read for myself, I've only read one book this month.
Wow. I said at the start of the year I didn't want to go ham on series, and then started an entire fucking series in October.
Well, see, I did my reread of ACOTAR so that I could move on to ACOMAF.
But I'm gonna just check. I think this was on my series I want to read in 2023 anyway. It was, so I'm fine. I'm not in jail.
That? Like at least you didn't start a series.
Yeah, that hadn't even crossed my mind.
See, I bought a bunch of series this year on my Kindle, and have I started any of them? No. I bought the entire series. And I bought the Ballad of Never After, whatever the hell it is, the one that comes after Caraval.
Oh, I have no idea.
Series. I bought the Binding 13 series, which I don't even know why I bought that.
I have bought like subsequent books in a series or new books in a starter books in a new series because they were like Stuff Your Kindle Day, or they were just like randomly free on Amazon.
Oh, and I bought the entire Addicted series earlier in the year, and I was like, I'm gonna read this whole series and make a vlog. You know how many books I've read? 2. And I have the
better than what I was gonna say because I was gonna give you a 0.
I have the vlog footage from those 2, so like at least I can continue the vlog if I want to. But like, is anyone gonna see this vlog? Probably not.
Yeah. You ever been halfway through filming a vlog and you're editing your clips and you're like,
never mind.
No one cares. No one's gonna watch this. Nobody is here for this.
Quite literally, that's what happened with my Colleen Hoover vlog. I started a Colleen Hoover vlog this year because I was like, I'm just gonna finish out, because I meant to do it last year and I lost half my footage. Like,
oh no,
or something with my files, so I lost footage. So I was like, okay, I'll just finish out the series that I have by her because I own them. They're physically or on my Kindle, and we'll go. And then I read the first 2 books in the Maybe Someday series, and then DNF'd Maybe Now, and I was like editing that like up to that point so that I could start the Losing Hope series. And I was like, no one wants to watch this video.
Yeah, I don't
even want to edit the video, so never mind.
Yesterday I filmed characters I would love to grab a coffee with. And I was halfway through explaining one of the characters, and I just went, nobody's going to watch this. Nobody's going to care about this. No. So I like rage quit and started filming something else instead. But I was like, nobody's going to watch this. Nobody's going to care about who, as a fictional person, you want to have a pumpkin spice latte with.
I was just like, listen, Colleen Hoover has done so many questionable things in 2023 that like no one cares about Colleen Hoover at this point.
No. Coho the Clown.
No offense if anyone here did this, but the fact that she did a merch line and wants $98 for a crew neck, bro. Because I went and looked because she did like a whole, like part of the merch line was Verity, which is, I know not everyone likes that book, but I liked it when I read it, you know? So I was like, well, let me go look at the joggers at least. Like, I don't wear crew necks, but I was like, I can look at the joggers, you know, maybe I can get some new sweats. She wants like $110 for a pair of joggers.
No.
Like, people are literally in the comments are like, why is the thing is, she's done merch before because she did a Lily Blooms line. Based off of, you know, It Ends With Us, and it all just says like Lily Blooms on it. Like, there's nothing controversial about it, but I think the hoodie in that line is only $45, which is achievable. Yeah, which is about average. I mean, I pay for other people's merch $45. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I paid something like that for the Smart City Uni top.
Yeah, I think this Late Night Crew, I think this shirt cost about, or this hoodie cost about that. You know, like fine. But I looked, and I was like, why is this pricing so high? And people are commenting on her post where she announces the merch line and are like, bro, Taylor Swift merch isn't even this much.
Jesus.
So why are we paying you this much?
Why are we allowing this to happen?
Like, I know people have bought it. But I cannot justify $110 for joggers. Like, it took everything in me to grab the Speak Now sweater that was only available for 72 hours, and that cost $75. So, no.
Yeah.
No.
Hello. Thank you for joining. I started sprints this morning, 2 days behind on my diamond painting. I am now 3 days ahead. That is excellent work. I also read 33 pages. That's phenomenal too. I listened to more of A Kind of Spark and I made some PDF notebooks. Excellent progress. Are you enjoying it so far? Hi. I am studying, but I am reading Apt Pupil on the side. Excellent. I hope you're enjoying it, and I hope studying is going well. I am currently reading Wheel of Time, and I'm halfway through book 9 of 14. Whoa. Also, I know that the Wheel of Time series is like super, super long, but I didn't think it was that long.
She's buddy reading it with somebody. I honestly need to read the Wheel of Time series. I have the first one on my shelf, and I think like the family, because like we all share our Audible. Like me and Mariah each have like an Audible account, but then we can do like the family share thing, so all of our books pool into one. You know what I'm saying? So I think we have all of the Wheel of Time books. I just don't know if I want to commit to a series that big right now. When I need to finish Throne of Glass and both. So
there's already so many series out there that like I'm putting together my start of year / end of year content for January, December, and one of them is like the series that I want to make like a priority or an intention for the next coming year. I'm at 2 already. I'm already started / finished so many series, but I've also got fucking loads of them on my TBR already.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. I am reading book 1 of Wheel of Time.
Right. Yeah, I started doing the series for 2023 or 2024 that I want to read. Yeah. But what I did was I was also like, okay, but what series do we want to finish? Because I think I'm gonna make 2 different videos. One is series that I want to start in 2024 and hopefully finish, and then series that I want to finish, because like I have all of the whatever those are, the Hawthorne Legacy books.
Oh, I know them.
I have all those. I have the Caraval series, which I haven't even started, but I started the Hawthorne Legacy. I've started Throne of Glass. I've started ACOTAR. I've started Crescent City, which that one I probably will read up to book 3 come February, because I've read book 1. And I'm waiting to read book 2 until the 3rd one comes out, because now it's coming out at the end of January anyway. So I'm like, there's no point in reading right now.
It gives you extra time to add it onto the list.
Right. So I'm sure I'll have 100 series.
Oh, minimum. My intentions book series video is both. It's the series I want to start and the series that I want to read to the end, or read to as has currently been published.
Right.
I've got 3. Two at the moment that will have to be started, and 1 that will be finished. I still cannot believe that Coho priced her merch like that. Yeah.
I really
can. She's the kind of person that would do shit like that. I kind of can.
Well, and of course, like I follow one girl, I'm not going to name her, but I follow a girl that is like a Coho stan, right? Like she loves everything Coho, like whatever. And she was like, I definitely bought some stuff. She's like, but I don't even think that it's Colleen's fault. Who else prices it? I'm sure that she at least approved for it to be priced like that.
Yeah. Like she was in meetings about this.
And she's very involved with what happens with her books and stuff. So like, I don't believe for a second that she doesn't know that they were priced that way.
I don't either. I'm doing a series I want to finish in 2024, and I was thinking about doing a series I want to start in 2024 too, but I have a few I need to finish. That's fair.
Yeah,
I am just bringing all kinds of chaos and doing both because why not? Shall we give ourselves one final 20 minutes? Come
sure.
back for another 10 minutes of talking, laughing, joking. And then we will all go over to Bree's channel after this. If you're watching via the playlist, it will go automatically for you. And if you're not, I will put the link into the comments and you can go and check us out there. But let us go set up. Oh, interesting. Today I read that Green Rider was a group read that it turns out there's 8 in the series. Okay, fair. I plan to complete my unfinished series next year. It's crazy. I literally burn out from series I actually enjoy. Is that weird? Or I'm scared I won't like the next ones. No, seriously. Okay, listen. I have to go back to Full Spring for this. There is a series that I love with every fiber of my being so much. I am afraid to read the last one because it's the last one. It's not
Yeah, I
just going to be published. And what if it doesn't go out in a high? What if I don't like it? What if it brings the whole series down? What if?
I also get scared about like what if I get a book hangover because now what if I love it? The series is ended and now like there's no more of that world. So like now what do I do?
I'm never gonna hang out with you again. What if I have the best time and now you've just completely abandoned me?
It's why I have such a hard time finishing series. Like I'll get like in Throne of Glass, I'm on book 4. I just can't bring myself to read book 5 because I'm actually enjoying the series. And so I'm like, okay, but what happens when I get to book 8 and the book is and it's over?
Yeah.
And of
What
course,
happens
Mr.
then?
Neva is like, "Are you ever going to finish the series?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just dragging my feet." But like, yeah,
Hello. Reading Hollow while baby girl plays on her bouncer. That is the cutest thing. Also, are you enjoying Hollow? Well, Rainy has just turned up in time for our final 20-minute sprint. I can't read. So we shall all go get some reading, etc. done, and we'll see you when we're back. Happy reading, everybody. Welcome back. Let's get this off the screen. How did everyone do? Let us know in the comments how your final sprint went. Neva, how did you do? You are on mute.
Hello.
Hello.
I did not read. That was bound to happen at some point during these 24 sprints.
We're coming to the end, so it's okay if your concentration is like down here.
Yeah, so with diamond painting, I'm like obsessed with wax and putty, like alternatives, because you get like pink wax, like with the kits, but it doesn't last very long. So I was watching a video from somebody in the community that made scented glue dots for your single placers. I was watching that. I'm trying to just if I'm gonna order some.
That's fine. Are you gonna order some?
Yeah, probably.
Absolutely.
I added like 6 to my cart on Etsy. So once I have money, they're probably getting ordered.
That's fair. I am on page 328, 329. I can't remember where I said I started. Was it something like 312 or so? So that means I probably read about 15 pages-ish. 15 and 30 minutes is not bad. I've also left the link to Breeze Sprints. They are starting in 8 minutes. So do come and join us. As I said, if you're watching through the playlist, they will already automatically come up for you. If you're not, this is the link. Go and click on it. Go and get ready. I read 15 pages and I made a peanut butter bagel for a snack. That sounds delish. Couple of chapters of The Scapegoat read. Amazing. Are you still enjoying it? You cannot read for the whole 24 hours. It's just not possible. I am still amazed you can do this at all. I would be dead. I completely agree. Like, do you know of Emma from Drinking by Myself? She has done multiple 24 hours sprints where she genuinely will stay awake for the entire thing and genuinely will blast through mostly, if not all, an entire series. Like she did the Princess Diaries, she did the Georgia Nicholson books, she did, I think the first ones that she did it with was a Percy Jackson or something.
Yeah.
And I obsessed with how she can do it, but I know I would not have the stamina. I can't.
I can stay up for the full 24 hours because I've done it before. The reason that I stopped doing that when people started helping me is because I only lay down for about an hour and a half. Like I say I'm gonna go take a nap during, like today I took a nap during Kelsey's first 2 sprints.
Yeah.
And I was up within like 2 hours because like I don't need a long nap. You know what I mean?
You just need to refresh.
The times that I have stayed up all the way through the 24 hours, which I'm sure Brittany remembers a few of those times, by the end, I'm so overly tired that I just genuinely don't make any sense anymore.
That's fair. I can get it. I can understand it. Lack of sleep will do that to a person. So I understand it. Thanks for the friends. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here, guys. It's a slow burn, but it's intriguing. I love a slow burn but intriguing book. But I also love a fast-paced but intriguing book. The one where it's like, I can't put this down. I'm having way too much fun with you. And I need to know everything that's happening now. Thanks to my neighbors, I will be doing 23 hours. And yes, they are still going. Oh, my God.
These neighbors have been going since 3 a.m.
For context, what time is it now?
So it would be like,
I'm thinking for 23 hours, that means it's somewhere near midnight to 2 a.m.
Yeah, it's like midnight to 2 a.m. for her Sunday
God
morning.
above.
They've been going since 3 a.m. Saturday for her. Right now
it's 10 p.m.
Yeah, so it's set. So it's okay. So it's 10 p.m. Saturday for her right now because it's 7:50.
3 o'clock in the morning on the same day.
Yes, they've been going.
My good fucking God, I would have somebody murdered by this stage. I would genuinely have somebody dead.
Because she got on sprints to do her 4 hours, I believe at 6 a.m. her time.
And you can still hear it going.
6 a.m. Saturday her time.
Yeah.
Which was 4 p.m. Friday for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 10 p.m. Saturday for her. It's almost 8 or almost 10 p.m. It's almost 8 in the morning Saturday for me.
In the afternoon Saturday for me.
Yeah. So they've been going. Yeah.
Have you considered murder?
Well, she already had to deal with cops when they were first doing it because it was so early in the morning.
It's now late at night. I would do it again. Yeah. I'm such an old lady and I like to be in bed early. Same. I don't remember the last time that I've seen past midnight on a clock. Oh, they play crappy music too. That I feel like that makes it almost worse. I feel like if the music is bad, you're instantly less okay with what's happening because you're like, right. I'm not even getting an entertainment. I can't make a call until midnight. Oh, you need to move to Germany because after 10 o'clock, it is lights out silence.
Yeah, they have because it's the weekend. They have until midnight to quiet.
Oh God. Oh, Nicole, I feel so sorry for you. They were like, I would genuinely, I think I would commit a war crime if that was happening in my house. I would genuinely, like, I would be on the news. I even struggle on New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve I push through, but I hate New Year's Eve as a whole anyway. I think New Year's Eve is significantly anticlimactic. Yes, that is definitely 100% Neighbors from Hell.
I mean, for our own personal reasons, but we don't even celebrate like New Year's.
Like, I don't.
We do kind of like a restart at the beginning of the year. We take like the first 2 days of the year, and we don't genuinely don't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then we do like a cleanse of the house. This is like a Mr. Reading would even thing, but we clean that, deep clean the house.
Yeah,
after the first of the year. But my personal yearly reset is my birthday. That's my that's when I'm okay, it's time for a fresh start. We start, this new year of our life with self-care, Yeah. But I'm not trying to do New Year's with fireworks and shit.
No, hell no. I have absolutely no patience for it. I have to pop off for lunch, but I am back now. And speaking of popping off, Neva and I are going to pop off and we're going to head over to Bree's channel. Again, I will hit you up with a link. It's this one right here. Right here. Again, if you're watching via the playlist, you will just be brought here with us automatically. Neva, do you have anything else apart from 24 Hour Sprints that you want to talk to us about?
If y'all want to go watch my newest video, I have a whip and chat up now.
Oh, interesting.
So listen to me talk and watch me diamond paint.
Nice. I will be putting Neva and Crystal's links in the description. Please go and follow them. If you are coming here from the sprints and this is the first time you're seeing me, would love you to stick around, like, comment, and subscribe. And we are going to go and get ready with Bree. So let's say bye, everybody.